Hello everyone. Today we will be reviewing Skyrush at Hersheypark. Skyrush is one of 3 INTAMIN wing coasters ever built, the other two being Furious Baco at Porta Ventura and Flying Aces at Ferrari World. And I'm going to say it right away. I think this coaster is super overrated. It's a good ride, don't get me wrong, but it's not elite by any means. The restraints on this ride, as we know, aren't that good. However, I recently figured out a way to make my ride experience more comfortable. If you stick out your arms and legs during the ride, here's a demonstration. There is little to no thigh pain. On top of that, if you sit in an inner seat, the coaster is a lot smoother. I may be one of the few people out there that prefer this on an inner seat, but that's just how I roll. And one more thing I must mention. It's hard to actually feel the airtime on this ride due to the nature of the restraints. The forces I mention are more so the forces exerted in general, but not the quality of the force, if that makes sense. Skyrush starts by inching its way to the cable lift hill before it latches on. Then you will quickly accelerate to 20 miles per hour up the cable lift hill, and this lift is very quick, only around 8 to 12 seconds or so. No time to prepare. As you crest the lift hill, you go down the 85-degree drop, and if you're in the back row, you will get strong ejector airtime, and then it will morph into even more violent ejector airtime due to this weird kink in the track profiling. The front row will more so provide the floater variety. The drop does provide airtime in every row, but it's stronger the further back you sit. You will hit your top speed of 75 miles per hour at the bottom of the first drop. The bottom of the first drop has bone-crushing positive Gs, and the restraints will staple you now if they haven't already. But don't worry, remember the strategy I have and you'll be fine. For this coaster, I don't have much of a preference on where I sit, but just note, if you want the front row, you will be waiting a while due to the front row queue being separated from the rest of the rows. The front row has a great sense of speed, which is aided by the great pacing. The back row will give the better first drop, however. Rows don't really matter too much for me on this ride. Anyway, after the drop, you will go through this elongated airtime hill, providing sustained ejector airtime for everyone. Then you will go through this long, low-to-the-ground banked turn. This is kinda like the nerfed version of I-305's infamous turn. This turn provides strong positive Gs, and it's very likely to gray out here. Watch out if you're on a wing seat, though. It's extremely bumpy on the wing seats. On an inner seat, it's no more than just a bit of a shimmy. After the turn, you will go into another elongated airtime hill, which provides more sustained ejector airtime for everyone. You will then turn upwards into a stingle dive. This stingle dive provides some nice laterals by throwing you to the side. The Stengel dive also provides some weak airtime as well. Afterwards, you go into the small S-curve, providing some more laterals and a faint pop of airtime. You will then go through another long turn, providing some weaker positive Gs, before going through a twisted airtime hill. This provides more laterals and some strong floater airtime for all. Next up is a bunny hill, offering some strong but brief ejector airtime. You will then make a wide turn to the left, and this turn almost feels like a wave turn with the speed it goes at. You will then make a slight rise into the final brake run, which may give a little bit of weightlessness, particularly up front, but it's possible in the back as well, especially if it's running fast. You will hit a set of brakes, which slow you down to a crawl, before making a downwards right turn into the real final brake run. Overall, Skyrush is a decent roller coaster, but I can't call it elite. The layout just isn't strong enough for me to be elite. However, it does a lot well, which is why I will be giving it a 7.5 out of 10. And those are my thoughts on Skyrush at Hersheypark. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.